Here I am trying to escape to side control, and I have to clear my hooks. You can see I'm using my right leg to clear the hooks, and then I elevate so I can roll Mitch over. This is a back step pass where I pull on his leg with my right hook, and then I step back really fast so I can clear and then control from top position. It's a really nice setup from the armbar from the back, where you're almost doing a Kimura type approach to it. He slips out and I transition to the letter P armbar. And Mitch is really good at escaping this, and he ends up getting out from it anyway. Here you see Josh defending a triangle choke from Chris. He's got Chris on the wrong side, which is good for Josh, bad for Chris. Chris is about to make an adjustment to come underneath and try to square up and get a better position and create an angle. Josh is stacking him again to relieve some of the pressure on the triangle. Get a rollover on there, and this is where actually Josh starts to set up his escape by getting to the knee. So he's driving into the left knee, and he's pulling it down and he's trying to drive his shoulder forward. Now there's no angle for a choke right now, and Josh is going to grab the leg and make an adjustment and do a really good escape. Good job. So here Casey slips his right arm underneath, and I lock it up, my hook's behind to start to work this triangle. I can't bring him down, so I go for that straight arm bar to bring him down low. Now I'm going to make a transition, trying to look for tangle guard. You see my left hook trying to find his armpit, and I can't get to it. So I prevent him from stepping over. Now here's a detail where I bring my thigh to the other side of the head to lock up the triangle, as opposed to just bringing my knee in and sliding underneath. Now here I'm going to transition. I'm going to try to turn. I'm not going to try to roll him over, but I'm trying to pivot on top of him like that. Now normally the choke can be finished right there, but I couldn't stop him from turning. I can't finish the choke, so I decided to look for that Kimura grip, which is a really nice finish from this position. Here is a really nice Upa reversal from Romy. I'm holding on tight at the upper body, which allows him that opportunity to Upa and then kick his legs over. Here is a really nice attack from Josh and defense on my part. So Josh rolls me over. I use that momentum to try to get my hips down to the mat. Now remember, if he wants to finish this Darce, he needs to get my left arm close to my chin. So by me stretching out and grabbing a hold of my own leg, start to turn my hip down. I'm trying to get my back flat, which puts a lot of pressure on his right shoulder, but it also prevents the choke. Now Josh is going to end up correcting and coming back up to the side, and then we'll go back through it again, and I'll do the same defense. Just being patient here. Now here's where Josh resets it, trying to get my left arm back close to his neck. I'm trying to turn. Now grab my leg. Once I feel that arm let go and the grip lighten up, I turn in hard, and we establish a different position. Here's a really nice scramble with Casey and Nikki. Nikki ends up rolling him over and maintaining control and shooting for that arm triangle. In this sequence, I just like my face and my Frankenstein impersonation. Scramble with Josh and Nikki. Josh ends up going for that anaconda choke eventually, and you see him using his leg to try to tuck that arm in of Nikki's. Nikki does a good job of rolling up. Good transition from Josh. Then nice roll to guard. And here Josh is going to use that Kimura grip to get the sweep on Nikki. Here's a step back pass from half guard again. Face the feet, grab the ankle, big step back with my right leg. Here I am working north-south choke, and I feel like I couldn't get it. I'm going to transition, so I bring my right knee up so that guy can't pull guard. I'm just waiting for the timing where I can slide in with my left knee and go to a guillotine. Put my right leg over so he can't roll and get the finish. Here Nikki uses a arm drag counter to actually step and get the side control on guy. And square right up, get under the head, get good control. So here I'm explaining to Nikki how he can go from side control, or half guard rather, and slide his knee through to the hip to come to mount. He's not always going to get that leg free right away, but at least give him top position. In this clip, I'm trying to get Nicky to drop his right hip. So I'm getting that hook underneath, like I'm going to try to push him away. Once I feel that right hip drop, this is where I can reverse him. I get him higher up on top of my body and just turn, bring him over, and get control. Here I'm thinking of either step over, armbar from Kimura, or mount. So I wait for Nicky to give me a big bump. As he collapses, that's when I use my timing to step over and go to mount. I anticipate Nicky's going to bridge, so I let him go past me a little bit, and this will allow me to circle and take the back. Here is a failed omoplata setup from Butterfly. So right when guy's hand comes in, what I should do is grab his wrist with my right hand, but I miss it. So now I'm looking for his elbow with my left hand, and it's not there either. I end up just squaring up back to where we started, but it's a great setup. Here is an anaconda setup from Guy. Tries to get me roll off to the side so he can finish it. We end up getting rolled over. What he should do is fall to his right side and start to get really close to me, like maybe trying to step his left leg over to my hip. So I end up hanging out there. I've got a defender where I can relax. He ends up going to the guillotine, ends up slipping out. That was a good transition setup for Guy. This is a step over butterfly pass. I'm going to step my left leg over his right knee and then just drop my hip. So here I'm just waiting for his feet to touch the mat, so I know that his hips are locked and I can step over to mount. It's a mounted triangle setup. I'm pushing Guy's left hand to the mat so I can step over with my right leg, and I grab my ankle with my left hand to try to get set up. Now I'm just trying to get Guy open up a little bit so I can clear my leg and lock up my triangle from here. Now I'm just putting the pressure down. Once I feel like I'm in a good spot, I'm going to pull up on his head. So I've got a 2-on-1. I'm acting like I'm going to do a butterfly sweep, but instead I stand up and sit into him, push him to his butt, and I do a nice step back pass, which I really like this pass a lot. I just clear, and I take a big step back with my right leg, get to side control. Here I'm doing the same thing, hop over. Now I'm going to grab the ankle with my left hand, step my right leg over his left leg, and then again I'm just going to drop my left hip, or my right hip rather, and pass. Start to square up and get control. Now I'm knee on belly. I'm going to set up the transition to the back. He turns in. I get my harness position. Get up high, but I've got a tripod with my head and my feet, so I'm pretty stable. Get him off to the side. Now I'm just going to work, get that choke in. Shrug my shoulders, drop my head. And nice squeeze. And here he's doing the cow catcher, or 100%. As he rolls, I turn really hard, so that way I can come up on top. I was looking for an anaconda, or a Peruvian, but he wouldn't let me set it up.